Well, hello, you're hiking with Jenny. I am at Baxter State Park, my first time back here since I summited Katahdin a little over a year ago. It's hard to believe. It simultaneously feels like it's been longer than that and shorter than that. I'm here working on my New England 67 list, which is a list of 67 peaks in New England above 4,000 feet. I have 3 peaks remaining on that list. All 3 of them are in Maine. 2 of them are at Baxter State Park. I'm actually camped at the Roaring Brook Campground, which is one of the closest ones to the base of Katahdin. And I'm hiking the Chimney Pond Trail right now. I will be taking the Hamlin Ridge Trail up to Hamlin Peak, the other peak of Mount Katahdin. So the one that you summit when you finish the Appalachian Trail, or you start the Appalachian Trail, is Baxter Peak. That's the one with the sign. I'm hoping this won't be quite as difficult as Baxter Peak was, but it's still going to be a hard day. It's going to be a long day, even though the total hike is, according to All Trails, it says it's 8.2 miles. If you go out and back on the Hamlin Ridge Trail, it's probably going to be more than that for me because I'm planning to go down an easier trail, which is going to be a little longer. And I've allowed myself about 10 hours to hike this before I know it's going to be dark. But I might still be night hiking anyway. I did bring my headlamp. I'm out here for a total of 3 days. I drove up after work, camped last night. Hamlin today, back to Roaring Brook Campground to camp another night there. And then in the morning, I'm going to drive over to the trailhead for the Brothers. And I'm going to hike those plus a couple extra peaks that are on the New England 100 highest that I just want to get out of the way so I don't have to come back. And then I'll be camping at a different campground that's closer to that area. Wow, look at that. This is the view I never got on my AT thru hike. Pretty incredible. And the leaves are starting to change. So pretty. So, this is the North Basin Cutoff Trail that's going to take us to the Hamlin Ridge Trail. That is the way that I'm going up. I've never done this trail before, so I don't fully know what to expect. I know there's going to be a lot of bouldering, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, I'm about to start the tough part of the hike. Next 1.3 miles will probably be the steepest part. So far the hike hasn't been too bad. Not too steep or technical or anything like that. Just making my way up this. And that's what I've got behind me. I believe that's the pond that we were just at pretty. Looks like it's just gonna start going straight up. Oh, we're getting so close. Look at that. Oh, wow. I think that's Pomola Peak, or Pomola? I don't know. And then I believe that is Knife Edge. How cool is that? I thought at first that that was the peak. It's not. It's like a lot farther. But it looks like I'm so close. If this was in New Hampshire, this would be on the terrifying 25 list like 10 times over. This is pretty scary. I'm basically just like bouldering. Pretty steep cliff down that way, and it's not gonna look like it on camera, but you're basically, it's like straight up, so you're really relying on your tread a lot. It's hard. It's very slow going. And then you think, oh, well, this must be the summit, but nope, still not there. Oh, I think we're close though. It's very windy and exposed up here, so I've got the windbreaker on and a hat. Oh, this is it. Hamlin Peak. This is number 65 for my New England 67. Woohoo! It's nice up here. So I thought about taking the saddle trail down because I'd read that it was easier, but I was thinking about it and it's definitely going to add more miles to the trip, and I didn't think the trail up this was that bad, so I think I'm just gonna take the same trail down that I took up, because I don't know, I think it was fine and it's shorter, and I think it'll be quicker going down it than it was going up it. It's 2:15 and it took me 5 hours to get to the top, but I don't think it's going to take 5 hours to get down. So I'm thinking I should still make it down before dark, if not sunset. It took me just shy of 2 hours to go that 1.3 miles to this sign. Oh, but now that we're done with the most challenging part of the hike, the rest of this should go much faster. This trail has a lot of these rocks to climb over, and if you're not careful and you misjudge how high to step and how far to step, you can really bang up your shins pretty good. And that's happened to me a couple times already on this hike. Doesn't help that I'm getting tired as it's getting to the end of the day and I'm ready to stop moving. Hello, baby squirrel. Well, I'm headed back to the campground for the night, and it feels really good to have checked off Hamlin Peak. It's been a while since I've made any progress on that list, so it feels good to get that moving again, and tomorrow hopefully should have another one done and a couple more peaks on the 100 highest list. So it's about 6 o'clock and I'll be at the campground really soon, so made pretty good time getting down. Total hike time was 9 hours, so an hour shy of what I had allotted, which is good. I think it would have been longer if I did take the saddle trail, so I'm glad that I took the trail that I did. I'm back at my campsite. I'm having 2 dinners tonight. Well, kind of. Like, it's like a dinner and a snack, I guess. But I'm making another Cuban rice bowl. I have a few left that are expiring soon, so I'm trying to use those up. So I'm gonna have that. I might actually save this tuna now that I'm making a secondary meal, but I'll add some Parmesan to it, and then I'm going to have this happy hour queso dip from Packet Gourmet. This one's still good for another year, but I have a few of them, so I just want to make sure that I will use them up in time. And then I stupidly forgot to bring tortilla chips, and I'm just gonna have them with the regular potato chips that I just had in my car. So I want to let that rehydrate up, and in the meantime I will show you my hammock setup, because I actually did bring my hammock on this trip. So this is my usual setup. I've got a war bonnet blackbird under here. And inside of there, I've got my 40-degree quilt. Underneath it, I actually brought my 20-degree underquilt. And the reason I did that was I was expecting there could be some nights that would dip into the 30s. And that 40-degree 3/4 length wasn't going to cut it for that. So this has been keeping me nice and warm. Last night was actually pretty warm. I don't think it got below 50s. I got my hammock gear, Dyneema Hex tarp. I did put it up last night because it did say there was a chance of rain. We didn't get any rain, but peace of mind, and maybe it'll keep me a little bit warmer tonight because it's going to be a colder night. I also brought, I'm going to be using this for the first time, even though I've had it for a while. It's a fleece quilt liner from Lightheart Gear. And I don't bring it backpacking usually because it's heavy and also very bulky. But for a car camping trip, I think this would be nice. And this is basically a car camping trip. I mean, there's a little hike in, but it's not much. So I'm going to layer this with my top quilt to just add a little bit more warmth because it's a 40-degree top quilt, and if it goes into the 30s, it could get a little chilly, so this will help. And yeah, I'm going to chill out. I'm going to drink my beer, the appropriately named Lights Out, because sun has set. And I'm going to enjoy this probably in the dark pretty soon. And wait for my food to rehydrate so I can gobble that up because I am starving. Oh my gosh, I must have burnt so many calories today. So, I finished like about a dinner and a half. Put the remains of my food in the car, and I have otherwise settled in for bed. It is already feeling cooler tonight than it was last night. I've got my fleece on, and I've got my fleece quilt liner inside my quilt. So it should keep nice and warm tonight. I think in the morning it's going to be in the upper 30s. It's going to be pretty cold. It's definitely going to be difficult to get out of bed. Today was really good. It was a good hike. I feel like it wasn't horrible. It was challenging without being like really bad. I'm a little bit sore, but not too bad. I'm mostly just tired. It's just kind of exhausting. All the climbing toward the end there on Hamlin. I'm hoping I'll sleep really well tonight because I'm gonna try and get up even earlier tomorrow because tomorrow's gonna be an even longer hike, and I'm a bit worried about it actually because like today was supposed to be an 8.2 mile hike. I think it ended up, I recorded 9.7, and it was about a mile an hour. Tomorrow, the advertised mileage tomorrow is 11, which means it's probably more like 12. And if I'm going a mile an hour, it's going to take me 12 hours to do that hike, which means I'm almost certainly going to be hiking in the dark at the end tomorrow. I'm going to hunker down, watch a show. Thank you for watching. Happy trails.